Why everyone should visit Belgium at least once in their lifetime. Sandwiched between Germany and France and modest in size as well as in its people's personality, Belgium is often treated by the backpacker as European crossover country. A grave mistake, and not just because of fairy tale Bruges either, although there's more medieval splendor where that came from. As it's bursting with diversity and culture, here's why many other travelers should be singing the pint-sized land's praises. Belgium. Name unromantic and unpoetic, yet name that whenever uttered has in my ear a sound, in my heart an echo, such as no other assemblage of syllables, however sweet or classic, can produce. Belgium. Charlotte Brontë, once a Brussels resident, giving voice to the place Belgium can carve in one's heart, once given a shot through William Crimsworth, the hero of her first novel. Its capital is an upcoming force in the international art scene. Still too often seen as Antwerp's stiff bureaucrat brother, Brussels has actually been gaining steam as an undeniable force in the worldwide artist community. There's a reason the esteemed independent art fair ventured outside its New York home for a first edition abroad in 2016 and selected Brussels to plant its European roots. While an expansive gallery landscape has long bloomed in the Belgian capital, international artists have recently taken to adopting the city as a convenient pied-à-terre, centrally located and less frantic than say Paris or London. All the while, forward-striving spaces such as Art Laboratory Wheels and the new MIMA, focusing on what it calls Culture 2.0, keep challenging the art world's status quo, injecting the city's veins with youthful impulses that have become part of the ground current. The Belgians' Burgundian inclinations, while waffles, beer, and fries are all fine Belgian fare, they do tend to detract from the country's more gastronomic delights. Perhaps a trait borrowed from their influential southern neighbors, Belgians like to eat well, and they don't mind putting in the effort and time. Traditional comfort dishes such as carbonade flamande, a beer braised stew, and vaterzoi, a chicken or fish broth served with veggies and potatoes, are mouth-watering staples at many taverns, and fine dining is never far off with a gobsmacking amount of Michelin stars per capita. In recent years, the city of Ghent has fought its way onto the world stage with a new generation of inspired restaurants. Courtesy of a movement credited to the Flemish foodies, a young trio of Ghent-based chefs, Europe's veggie capital is no longer taking its cue from Michelin inspectors. Instead of starched white tablecloths, relaxed decors in repurposed industrial spaces have become the norm, with sustainable ingredients and homegrown vegetables as the real stars. Not that it has kept restaurants like Ali Soulaini's public from bagging that star anyway, or Kobe Desrimalt from receiving international acclaim for his warm bakery cum restaurant where the bread is baked in a central wood oven on the spot. There's more where Bruges came from. In other words, well-preserved medieval landmarks are kind of Belgium's thing. You're bound to at least have seen images of Bruges, all step-gabled houses, cobbled alleys and winding canals. Its entire city core is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and its most common nickname is the Venice of the North. With such abounding charm and fame, the age-old town often overshadows equally picturesque Belgian locations. Ghent, a mere 20-minute train ride away, has more listed buildings, a trio of Gothic towers, and the most coveted artwork in history up its sleeve. Brussels' 17th-century Grand Place is known to transport onlookers to a world long gone, with its town hall impressing Victor Hugo so much he waxed lyrically about it, calling it a dazzling fantasy dreamed up by a poet. Student town Leuven's Grand Béguinage and its quaint village feeling will almost make you wish you could go back a couple of hundred years to join the non-devout convent as one of Belgium's first feminists, and even cutting-edge Antwerp is right to take pride in its engaging folkloric legend and history of maritime success.